Hey everybody, JRSBC here with another memory video. Story time with Frankie P. So in this story, you'll realize that I learned humility and how to be more humble, and also another valuable lesson which I'll mention at the end of this video. So the year was probably 2009, I believe is the year, and I was down at the White Plains show, also known as the East Coast National in New York, White Plains, New York. And great show. We had PSA there doing grading, SGC was there, Beckett was there, we had all the big auction companies there with stuff on display. I specifically remember Huggins and Scott being there, and I can't remember who else because it was a long time ago. Anyways, this is before this one certain card started to be worth a small fortune. I had bought some collections. I had bought some full boxes of stuff, you know, some of those under the table deals that some of you guys might be familiar with, where you just kind of buy you know, just a bunch of stuff that the guy doesn't even have on his display up on top of his table. And I bought lots of good stuff. I bought lots of the swell sports thrills, and including a couple Jackie Robinsons. Those are from '48, along with some Ted Williams and so on. Lots of I also got a bunch of I believe they were the Drake cookies. They're black bordered. I believe they were Drake's, and I think those are from 50 or 49. I can't remember now off the top of my head. I think they were from 50. And they had some stars in there. And anyways, looked like a TV, but it was about the size of a 48 Bowman. Big black borders. Anyways, a bunch of other stuff. Long story short, I dropped off a lot of it to PSA or to Beckett at the time, because they were doing. They were taking stuff there, and they had a good deal for bulk order. So I did 100 cards and had a bunch of stuff graded. Anyways, anything that looked halfway decent. I had a 53 Jackie Robinson, other stuff too. It doesn't matter. Anyways, I spent all this money, and then I'm leaving the show. Okay, paid for the Beckett order, paid for everything. Leaving the show, on my way out. It's the last day of the show. It's the very end. I just so happened to actually have some money left over, which is shocking for me because I spend everything usually. And I'm walking by a display case, and I see the one card I've always wanted but never owned. And it's a beauty. I mean, this thing looked like a PSA 6, except for it had a little tiny, I would say just the size of the tip of the thumb, a little thumb crease in the surface. It didn't break the surface of the card. So the integrity of the card was still fine. It didn't, you know, because sometimes it'll bust the surface, a crease will. And then you'll see, you know, the card stock underneath. This card was centered no worse than 60/40. And I felt like if I would have bought it, I could have went over to PSA and possibly gotten a 4 on it. Because the rest of the card was just so nice. Like I said, probably X-Mint all the way. Just that little tiny itty-bitty surface wrinkles, what it was. And I asked the guy, what does he want for it? Now, what's the card you're asking? It was a 52 Mickey Mantle, 52 Topps Mantle. Asked the guy what he wants for it. He says, $4,600 is the best I'll do. So I'm pretty well known in the area at this time. A lot of dealers know me, and I thought that I could get him down, and I thought that I was gonna be able to haggle him down, and I just felt like I should have been able to get the card for a better price, because I was cocky and arrogant and doing well in the sports card world, and I'm throwing the money on the case. I said, look man, this is all the money I got, I'll give it to you, let's do the deal. And he's like, no, I really need 46, that's the best I want to do. So we're $1,000 apart. And this is the humbling part. Don't ever think that you're too good or too big of a dealer to where people should give you the deal that you want rather than me giving them the deal that they want, okay? Because this backfired on me. So instead of me just being smart and responsible and mature, instead of me saying, hey man, here's some money, let me meet up with you in a week, I'll get you the extra $1,000. Instead of me doing that, I just say, all right man, well, whatever, your loss, you know, in a nutshell. I don't think I actually said your loss because I have some manners, but I was like, well, I guess we're not gonna make a deal, hey, see you later, you know. Now remember, this is the end of the show. The show's over, basically over right now. I'm walking out the last day, and I walk away from a 52 mantle for 4,600 bucks that had great eye appeal, very nicely centered, probably would have gotten a 4, and it would have been a really strong 4. So I walk away from it. Instead of being a smart, humble, mature dealer, and I say smart because this is the lesson at the end that I want you guys to learn. Never walk away from a good deal. And if you ever find something that's awesome or rare or that you just really want and don't see all the time, buy it. And if you can't buy it that day, you make arrangements to buy it at a later date, shortly after, whatever. Because I was an idiot, and I should have made a deal with the guy and said, you know what, man, that's already a good deal. Let's go ahead and work out something. I'll meet up with you here in a couple days. I'll give you the rest of the money. This just happens to be all I have on me. And I was a long ways away from home, so I couldn't go back and just grab some money and meet him that day. So, long story short, there's the lesson, guys. Be humble. If someone's offering you a good deal, don't try to beat them up anymore and talk them down. In this case, I just didn't have any more money, but if I was a little bit older, more mature, I would have said, let's make arrangements to get you some more money and we'll make this deal. So because of that, what did I lose out on? Now, I probably would still have the Mickey Mantle, but at the same time, what is that card worth now had I bought it and kept it compared to what I would have paid for it? I mean, easily, probably 10 times what I would have paid for it, and I would have gotten it graded by PSA right there. I would have ran over and just dropped it off, said, here, ship it to me when it's done. But hopefully you guys learned a valuable lesson from this this little story time here. If you like these videos, let me know down in the comments. I'll keep doing them. I'll keep telling you stories where I was an idiot, stories where I made mistakes that turned out awesome, stories where I made what I thought were going to be genius buys that turned out horrible, so on and so forth. All that being said, you guys have a great day. Don't forget that kindness matters, and it's a really good day to have a good day. See you later. Bye.